Hello, welcome to my review of The Irishman. So much has been said about this movie. I have avoided all the reviews so far before I have time to sit down. I was aware that this movie is over 3 hours, okay? But to my surprise, when I sat down and turned on Netflix, it is well over 3 hours, more like 3.5 hours. So I was glad I was able to and sit down and watch this in its entirety. I wasn't sure if I have 3.5 hours to spare, but I did. And to my surprise, it didn't feel like a 3.5 hour long movie. So right away, you can guess that my review is going to be positive because for bad movies, even if it's 90 minutes, it seemed like 3 hours long, right? But for this movie, this potentially masterpiece, it's hard to give a movie that kind of accolades right off the bat. But for sure, it's so well done. I was more than happy to see the outcome of this movie. And I might be one of the few that will say this: I wish it was longer. Part of me, after the credits start to roll, I wish this was some big mini series or maxi series on HBO or somewhere where they can fill out 8 to 10 hours worth of this story because it is that dense. A big part of me would love to see more of this story told even in a longer format because the acting here is solid. Okay, I can tell you, I'm a big fan of all three of the big actors, from Pesci to Pacino to De Niro. Three solid. I have a hard time saying who did the best. They all did so solid, and it's been such a long time that we see any of those three guys, three icons on the screen, let alone together. You know, Joe Pesci has done a heck of a lot of anything in so long, but he is so good here. I miss seeing him on the screen, and I like the way he portray a character here that is more or less different than a lot of the characters that he portrayed in other mob movie. I like this. I like this a lot from Joe Pesci. You know, as far as De Niro and Pacino, it's expected. To me, the unexpected, pleasant surprise was more on Joe Pesci's side. But this story spanned over so many decades, so there are some de-aging technology that was used, and I did not have any problem with that at all. Is it perfect? No. Okay. But I think it was well done. As far as Scorsese, what more can I say? A master, okay? And his work here is just as good as many of his other great work. As I mentioned before, it's hard to compare things right off the bat. I just saw this movie, I just watched it last night. So I'm still processing, but for sure I enjoy it thoroughly. Would I have enjoyed seeing this movie on the big screen? I would say yes. That option was not available down here where I live. But now that I have seen it and felt how fast it went, how entertaining it was for that 3.5 hours, I probably wish I had a choice to go to see it on the big screen because it was beautifully shot. Okay, the cinematography, everything. I mean, the look, the acting is the best part, no doubt. But the rest of the movie, the backdrops, the scene, the color palettes, everything, classic, instant classic in my opinion. For a movie that is 3.5 hours long. I really felt that there was no wasted scenes. If you ask me, is there any way this movie can be trimmed down to make it less than 3 hours? I would say no. I'm a big fan of all the mob movie in the past, from Goodfellas to the Godfather movies. And it would be hard to rank this movie, you know, with those kind of movies. It's up there, okay? In time will tell. When it come down to this kind of movie, I hate to anoint it, the best of anything. I might need to see it again down the road in order to see how it stood the test of time. But for now, that's my review for The Irishman. Wonderfully done, a great cast, and there are just so many people in this real life story that I wish I can see more of everyone. Even the side character that appear for 2 seconds on the screen, when you see a blurb of what happened to them 5 years later or 10 years later. Oh man. And that's it for my review. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.